Do you need a big idea? Are you struggling to come up with one? Well, I can tell you, your big idea is already inside you. It just needs to be unearthed. But how, you ask? Well, let me tell you what it took for Evariste Galios. I'm sure I slayed that name. But Galios was born in France in 1811. During his teens, he showed extraordinary brilliance as a mathematician, particularly in algebra. But for years, he struggled obsessively with a set of algebraic equations. Then at age 20, he fell in love with a young woman who unfortunately was the fiancée of an artillery officer. When the officer found out about his affections, he challenged Galios to a duel. Being mightier with his number 2 pencil, they had those back then, right? Than he was with a pistol, Galios felt certain that he would be killed. The night before the fateful duel, Galios wrote a summary of all his thoughts on algebraic equations. He poured out his ideas, some that he struggled with for years, and many new ones that occurred to him in the hours leading up to the duel. He wrote with great vigor, nonstop, all throughout the night until the final minute before reaching for his dueling weapon. By the way, Galios was right about his firearms ability. He lost and died. But he was also right about many of his mathematics. After Galios' death, the notes that he compiled on that one night, 60 pages of them, were discovered and published. They led to a revolution in higher algebra and had far-reaching consequences in nearly all branches of mathematics. In other words, they rank among the most important ideas in the history of mathematics. So, what happened? Well, Samuel Johnson once famously quipped, "When a man knows that he is to be hanged in a fortnight, it concentrates his mind wonderfully." People often wonder what it takes to come up with a big idea. The reality is, your one big idea is already inside you. It's below the surface of consciousness. Over many years, your brain has made billions of observations, collected vast data, and built a multitude of key associations in your brain. So what does it take to unlock that big idea or breakthrough that you desire? Well, Galios' story demonstrates the need for tension, for pressure, and an urgent deadline to push the ideas out of us. Otherwise, the feeling that we have an endless amount of time is insidious and debilitating to our mind. Our attention and our thoughts become fractured and dispersed. Our lack of intensity makes it difficult to jolt our brain into high gear and into that higher state of creativity and mental lucidity. The mind is like much of human behavior. We often don't do what we want to do, but we will do the most incredible things when we have to. So to unlock your big idea, figure out how to put your mind into a have to situation instead of just a want to one. Short of a pistol duel, that is.